As a doctor, you've spent years building trust with patients face to face, but now your ideal patients are turning to YouTube for medical advice, costing you thousands in missed appointments. They're watching videos to understand their symptoms, explore treatments, and decide which doctors to trust before ever picking up the phone. But the question is, are you one of the doctors they're watching? Or are you invisible while your competitors build relationships with your future patients? I've helped doctors like you attract 30 to 40 new patients per month through YouTube while saving 10+ hours per week. And today I will reveal the exact system to make you the go-to doctor patients find before they find your competitors. But to understand the system, you need to know first, why YouTube? Well, that's quite obvious. In the 2000s, people would call their doctor's office or flip through medical pamphlets for health information. Later, patients started using Google to research symptoms and treatments before appointments. Today, patients don't want to read WebMD articles anymore. They want to see and hear from real doctors who can explain things clearly. YouTube combines the best of both worlds. It's a search engine of its own. It also shows up in Google as video search results, and it provides valuable medical information in a digestible video format that builds trust. But there is one more thing that separates YouTube from other platforms and make it far better for healthcare professionals. If you're a licensed healthcare professional, specifically one of these, YouTube confirms on your videos that you're a licensed doctor. This gives you instant credibility even before the viewer watched your video. That's all very promising, but how do you even make videos as a healthcare professional? Well, it's actually way more simple than most YouTube experts want to believe. Starting on YouTube isn't about overthinking things, you just have to press record. The biggest health YouTubers all started out with bad video quality and mumbling in front of the camera. So grab your smartphone, find a nice corner in your home or office, think about the lighting, and you're ready to go. But as easy as the recording is, it's not all like that. Because before you even record, how do you make sure your videos will even get views, let alone patients to your clinic? For that, I have a simple two-step success system. This will allow you to make videos that get attention and convert into real appointments. The first thing is you need to get clear on the topics you will cover. The easiest way to get started is with the common questions you get in every consultation. The "what does this mean?" or the "should I be worried?" type of questions. Then you can tackle myths your patients believe because they saw something online. Or maybe treatments they ask about the most. Even the wellness strategies you have seen work. These can all be great topics because you've likely explained them dozens of times. But how would you know these videos will even get views? Just because your existing patients commonly ask these questions doesn't guarantee they will perform well on YouTube. Your current patients represent a tiny fraction of all the people searching for health information online. To make sure your content resonates with a broader audience, you need the next step. This is the annoying and time-consuming part, but it's what separates 10 views from 10,000 views. You need to validate your video topics. It's time to open YouTube and research. Research what other healthcare professionals, medical influencers, and general health channels are posting. You're looking specifically for what they call outlier videos. These are YouTube videos that perform better than average on someone's channel. This signals that patients are searching and engaging with it. Now you can absolutely use these outlier IDs you found for your own content, but when you add a unique twist or perspective to these topics, it will perform even better. Let me show you an example. So I opened the YouTube channel of Dr. Ken Berry and I wanted to show specifically this video right here. As you can see, it was a big outlier on his channel, even if it was posted 7 years ago about the fatty liver, how to fix it, and better than any pill. It's a 27 times outlier, which basically means it's performing 27 times better than his average on his YouTube channel. If we then look to Dr. Sadie, who basically created a very similar video right here, fatty liver, how to fix it, better than any pill, just added in weeks and much more authority to it by saying Harvard liver specialist explains. He only posted 11 months ago, but already got 1.3 million views and is a more than a 100x outlier on his YouTube channel. So basically, this is a great example of taking inspiration from another channel, an outlier on another channel, remaking it with your own view, your own expertise, and adding some authority on top of it to even get better results. By the way, if you want to be able to do this research yourself, this is the Chrome extension that I'm using, one of them. It's totally free. You can just add it and you will see the same outliers the way I am seeing it. Think of these twists like Hollywood sequels. If they made a sequel to a popular movie but told the exact same story with the exact same characters making the exact same decisions, no one would watch it. People want the familiar elements they loved from the original, but with a new story, new characters that make the experience feel new again. Now that you know what makes a good video, how can you convey that to the viewer? You have to write titles that capture your ideal patient's attention. If you want an in-depth video on titles, let me know in the comments, but here are a few quick tips. Create content that speaks directly to your ideal audience. Instead of making generic health content that could apply to everyone, narrow your focus to the type of patients you most want to attract. That's what we did with a dermatologist. He created a video about eczema, but we specified that the video is for solving eczema in babies and children only, and it became his second most watched video. Next, get them curious. You can do this by framing it as a contradictory question. Why your back pain isn't actually a back problem. Or name a specific method that gets them curious, like the Asian Japanese technique that solved my chronic back pain. If you follow these steps, you will be able to make great videos, attract the attention of your ideal patients, and maybe make some sales. But what if there is a way to turn viewers into patients even faster? Because now your viewers will turn into clients automatically, but that will be a very slow process and can take months. So to turn them into patients faster, it's important not to fall into these traps. And by the way, these were the exact traps holding Jamie back, which after we solved them, she started booking calls regularly. The first major trap kills trust and watch time instantly. Don't promote your clinic or services in the first 30 seconds. I know this seems counterintuitive. You're thinking, but I want people to know I'm available to help them. The problem is you haven't established any credibility yet. You're essentially asking someone to trust you before they even had the time to see if you know what you're talking about. But don't worry, I will give you the solution in a minute after we explore the second major mistake I see healthcare professionals make all the time. Never say this at the end of the video. Follow me on Instagram, check out my website, download my free health guide, subscribe to my newsletter, and book a consultation. When you give people too many options, they choose none of them. So don't scatter attention by promoting multiple social links at once. Instead, choose one call to action and focus your viewers' attention on taking action. Now, let me give you the strategy that actually works for converting viewers into patients. This method was popularized by Jerry V for business, but it's also perfect for healthcare professionals. It's called jab, 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 right hook. Or what this means for you is value, 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 then pitch. Instead of pitching at the start, you provide the info that your ideal patient is waiting for and focus the entire video only on giving value to build trust, so that by the end of your video, when you give one clear call to action for viewers who want personal help with their specific situation, there is a higher chance they will reach out because they trust you. Especially when you're starting your channel, you should do this with 4 to 6 videos. Deliver pure value with no pitch at all before making a video that includes a clear call to action for your services. And second, and even more importantly, you want comprehension to be at maximum levels. Remember, your viewers aren't medical professionals. When you use terms like myocardial infarction, they hear noise, but when you see heart attack, they understand immediately. So every time you can avoid a complex medical term, do it. If you need to use it anyways, use analogies that relate to everyday experiences. Instead of explaining how blood pressure works using medical terminology, compare it to water pressure in a garden hose. Instead of diving into the technical details of inflammation, compare it to how your body responds when you get a splinter. Your goal is to make complex medical concepts feel approachable and understandable, not to impress people with your vocabulary. And now it's time to take action on this YouTube game plan. So the question becomes, how can you turn YouTube into a lead machine? Well, you have two options. The first option is to take all the info I've given you and try to figure it out by yourself. You have everything you need, but it can take months to figure out your channel's best practices, wasting your time without results. Or you check the link below and we can get on a call to see how we can make you the go-to doctor in your area, all while generating patients with our proven YouTube growth system. Just like Jamie, who was fantastic at her job but constantly worried about the empty slots in her calendar. We helped her getting started on YouTube, and now it's her biggest patient source, with viewers scheduling calls weekly, allowing her to focus on her business instead of patients acquisition. Or Ilan, an ophthalmologist who we helped go from 100 subscribers to over 30,000 subscribers and averaging 450,000 views per month. And Finbar, who saved over 10 hours per week from outsourcing all his content creation to us. So if you want to generate consistent patients for your practice without wasting hours of time and effort, click the link in the description and let's talk.